very well, actually.
Can you see me at all?
Oh. Now, why does that make sense if you're on your phone?
There we go.
Oh, God, there you are.
There we go. Let's start this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on my phone, and I'm going to try to switch it over to my computer as we go along. That way we can start.
Okay. All right.
So meanwhile, my dogs have been running around fighting like maniacs. Would you like to meet them first?
Sure, let's do that. Let me do my little intro first, just really quick.
Okay.
Welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Today's guest is Ian Bagg. Hey, Ian, how are you?
Hi, I'm fantastic. It's such a good day.
We're getting an echo, though, from you, too.
Are we getting echo? Echo.
Just when I talk. Yeah.
Don't talk. I'll do all the talking. Cheri, shut it. This will be my show from now on. Thank you for having me on Heavy Petting. I'm here for the finger banging section and the finger banging section only. How are you?
Right. I'm good. I'm excited that you're here.
I'm excited to be here. And I was thrilled when you sent me the message. I was like, I remember working with her in that crazy place of Tacoma. That was fun. It was such a weird shaped room to me. I was like, this is just a weird shaped room to me. So is it still open, or what's going on up there?
No, they're just operating as a restaurant right now.
Oh, I see.
And just having to do takeout at this point.
Takeout comedy?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we want to see your dogs now.
All right, we go to Pearl, Lou. Whoops, what did I do? Pearl, Lou, come here. Come here, Pearl. Come here, Lou. Come here. Come here, you dicks. Here they come. Here they come. There's Lou. Come here. Come here. Hello, this is Lou. He's scared of everything, but thinks he's a big tough guy. We got him to the pound. Lou.
Oh, what kind of dog is he?
He's a purebred prison dog, is what he is. He's and here comes Pearl. I would say he's a little bit of pit, a little bit of boxer, and a little bit of shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that look to him.
Yeah.
And this is Pearl.
There's Pearl.
There's Pearl. She's
Pearl.
My main Pearly. She's like, I hear there's snacks around here. That's what she's saying.
So it's Pearl, just like the gym, right?
She's a very funny dog. She snores louder than my wife, and if she hears my wife snoring at the same time as her, she will actually have a contest with her to see who can snore louder. She's that kind of dog. So
that's funny. Now, how old is Pearl?
Pearl's 3 years old. I got her while I was on a trip. I was working in Florida. There's Lou over there. He's like, what's going on? I was working in Florida, and I just happened to drop by this place, and they had Frenchies, and I met with their breeder, and I got her from there in Florida. Look at her big ears. And she traveled with me for a week while I was in Pennsylvania. And while I was in Pennsylvania, I broke my leg. So that's
no.
Yeah, she ended up in hospital with me in Houston, Texas, and on 3 different planes. And I fell asleep on one of the planes, and somebody at the back, she walked all the way to the back, and so she was sitting on somebody's lap the whole time we were flying.
All right, this says that you're in the waiting room. Should I try and let you in?
Sure, let's see what goes on there.
All right.
Oh, there's me again. So double me.
I'm in the middle of an Ian Bagg sandwich.
There we go.
Oh.
I'm turning that off. Boom.
Yay.
There we go. I love it.
You're a lot quieter, though. Can you?
What if I take up a microphone? Can you hear me now?
That's fabulous.
Oh, look at all the equipment we have, Pearl. It's so crazy.
So is Pearl the dog that's on your merch?
Sure. Yes, Pearl is on my merch right now.
Okay.
We have 2 T-shirts with her, and we're actually going to do them with Lou. The problem with Lou is he's got such weird coloring. All his photos, he just kind of blends into everything. He's very camouflage.
Right.
So it's been hard to get anything to make him look. Yes, it's a microphone. To make him like stand out, to get his shapes and his everything, because he's got such interesting look to him. So
right.
But we're trying. I think we found an artist now. We're going to do a little bit of a cartoon with him, so it'll be fun. Yeah, we're going to call it "Scared of the Wind."
Is he scared of the wind?
It's amazing, like terrified of the wind. I don't know. He hates motorbikes and wind. It just scares him like you wouldn't believe. I think he
Oh,
thinks something bad's coming when it's a motorbike. And when when the wind's coming, he's just like he'll go around a corner and he'll just jump for no apparent reason because it's windy, right? So I don't know. I don't know if he sees dead people or what it is. You know,
could be. I've heard of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um,
And then
is
Pearl
he
thinks
the
he's tougher and everything.
now is Lou the dog that was in your special that had a broken leg?
No, that was Roxy. That was
Yeah, I didn't think so.
no. So Roxy was my wife's dog. My wife found her in a ditch when she was 18, and that dog lived till I think she was about 17 years old.
Uh,
So yeah, she was just this just gem of a little ditch dog that traveled to Florida. No, to Florida. They lived in Hawaii. They lived in North Carolina. They lived all over the place, and of course Roxy was on TV many times, and actually Pearl was as well. But Roxy was just so mellow. These two I can't take without they freak out, too easy, and
yeah,
like run
yeah.
around the house and cause havoc. Whereas Roxy would just kind of lie down and deal with everything. So the only thing was, and I don't know when this all changed, but remember about 5, 6 years ago, you could just put your dog outside a store and go inside a store and nobody'd steal it. Do you remember those times?
Hmm.
We'd do that with Roxy, and she would chew the leash in half and still be sitting there when we came out. It was so bizarre. She just hated the leash. How dare you?
That's
Yeah.
fun. That is funny.
And
Go ahead.
and my wife tells me that she picked me. She that she got in the back seat the first time I met Roxy and just sat on my lap, and she's like, "Oh, this guy's got something." So yeah,
Oh, that's sweet. I want to say dogs are a good judge of character, but a lot of bad people had dogs, so I don't know that that's
yeah,
necessarily true.
yeah. I tell you what, the South Africans will disagree with you on that. They will say no. The police had very mean dogs. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think, but I think for the most part, dogs are a good judge of character. I
Hmm.
think, and the way, how does somebody deal with a dog? Not so much does the dog not like them, but how does the person like the dog?
Right.
You can really tell a lot of person's character and how they treat an animal. So,
Hmm.
so I do believe that it's a good judgment of people, and uh,
Right.
even if you don't like dogs, how do you treat them? Or a cat, how do you treat them? I mean, like,
Hmm.
if you're like friendly, I think that means something. What do you have? You have a dog and two cats?
We have th- three dogs and two cats.
Three dogs. What kind of dogs?
Two Chihuahuas.
So one.
Yeah, two. A rat. They call them rat. We call them rat on a stick. Now, two of those, and then we have a Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix.
Oh my God.
So
So
he's all over the, vroom, 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 he wants to go,
right.
go, go, go.
He wants to work. He's like, oh, I
Yes,
got to go out and round some cattle up.
he
So
does. So my husband just sits there all the time, like, I feel so guilty. Like he's always looking at me, like, what are we gonna do next?
what's
So
next, boss? What's
yeah,
next? Yeah,
exactly.
Lou's a guy. I would say Lou's got a little bit of shepherd in him of some sort because he loves to be going. Like we can take, I take them out every day for about a 2 hour walk, and like if I go to do something right after we get back from the walk, he's like, "All right, let's go." So he wants to go with you. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of those kind of dogs.
Do your dogs do any trick? Do you have them trained to do any tricks?
Yes, Lou does monkey. I say monkey, he will put his arms up in the air and like he can dance like a little monkey and for a treat. So you want to see it? Lou, come
Oh
here.
yeah.
Lou, come here, Lou. Now he's Lou. There you go. Come here, monkey. Can you see him? Monkey.
His head, yeah.
What we got? Monkey. Put your arms up. My wife would kill me because you guys are gonna see all the stuff. He's
Oh.
monkey. He didn't
What a
dance with me.
cutie.
He's spoiled. So we took them to the SPCA for training. Both of them went there, and he's when I say he's spoiled, I mean he is spoiled. Like he would not do the tricks, you know, like the training without like high value treats. We ended up taking In-N-Out burgers for him. That's what he would work for at at the SPCA place. We're like, oh, there's homeless dogs in here, and your dog's eating In-N-Out burgers for Christ's sake, getting him to sit. So,
that's funny.
yeah.
All right. What about Pearl? Can she do anything? Can she sit or
No,
shake or nothing?
no, she cannot do it. She knows how to lie down if there's treats involved, but because she's sitting on my lap, I would say no. So she knows how to be cute. She knows how to be cute, right, Pearl?
She looks like a good lap dog for sure.
Oh, she loves to just sit on your lap, and she's a bowling ball. She's one of those dogs that looks like they're light, but then she's 20 pounds, you know, just a weight sitting on top of you. If you have anxiety, I would suggest a French bulldog, just, you know, like a weighted blanket that can just lie on you.
Yeah.
And just, so, yeah. But I also call her, a Tesla battery, because what she just got like all that energy and then just dies real quick. Just has to lie down. So when we take her for walks, long walks, I have to bring a cart. I bring a little stroller kind of thing that she gets in halfway, and people are always looking for the baby. They're like, "Where's your baby?" I'm like, "My baby's got 4 legs."
So you're one of those stroller pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
great.
it's a half an hour walk, right?
Right. Well, you don't want to be dragging her behind you. So.
And you don't want to be carrying her because she's heavy and awkward. And we like to go for long walks, so we have to do all the work, right? So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so if your dogs could write a review of you as an owner, what would they say?
Well, I would say they're very confused in the last 9 months. They'd be like, there's this guy that used to come in from like Monday till about Wednesday, and he'd treat us well and give us all sorts of treats and take us to training and give us walks. And then he would leave on Thursday morning and disappear, and we'd hang out with the lady, and the lady wouldn't give us as many walks. But a guy would show up that named Jason when the lady was at work and give us walks then. And then the guy would come back Sunday night. That's what they'd say about the first. That they'd say about the first 4 years of their life. And now it's we get this guy to do whatever we want. He's a pushover. If we yell at him, he will try to give us any water, snacks, take us for a walk. All we have to do is push him around. So I think my review would be pretty good. I think I'd probably get 4 out of 5 stars. And I also think if it was like a Yelp, it would be more restaurants need to be like this guy. Because I also my wife just gives them the dry food. I've come up with this thing where I put stuff on top of it and treat them very good. I found this new stuff from Petco. It's got all I can't remember. It's they got some sort of store inside the store now, and they have this little like soup boxes kind of thing, and you can use them for about 4 meals, and it goes on top of their food, and I stir it in, and Pearl's a little bit of she loves food. Like when she's watching me stir Lou's in, she starts making weird noise with her lips. She's like, so, and then I stand up. I'll stand back up and I'll walk towards her bowl, which is on the other side because we've got them separated. And she'll run to her bowl because she knows I'm next. Because always Lou gets his food first, and then Pearl gets hers.
Oh.
So yeah.
Dogs are so sweet. I love them so much. My husband's the same. My husband's the fancy feeder. Like I just do the bare minimum to make sure they're going to stay alive. And my husband, he's like, well, puts a little bit of this on, and then he sprinkles them with cheese. And then I'll take him to the vet, and the vet's like, your dogs are getting fat. And he's like, I don't know what to do. It's kind of funny.
Do I make them like me or do I make them skinny? I've got 2 choices and I don't understand which one. Yeah. It's funny. Our friend Candace, she's in our bubble, and she comes over for Christmas, and she came over for Thanksgiving. You know, like she got all the holidays. She comes over and we spend time with Candace. Right. And at Thanksgiving, she's like, Pearl's a little chubby. And then she came back at Christmas time, and she's like, Pearl looks great. She's got her indents in there. And I think it's because I was making her walk more and get out of the cart. She was like sitting in the cart too much. Because I don't blame them. I love to eat too. So, I'm just like, I live to eat. I'm not eat to live. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I hear you on that one. All right. So, are you ready to switch and start talking about? Well,
sure.
first of all, I always have to clarify because some young people don't know what heavy petting means. You're not as old as me, but I think you're probably still in the range where you've heard the
Oh, I know
term
what heavy
heavy
petting
petting
is.
before.
Yes, heavy petting.
Yeah. So, for the purposes of this show, we're just heavy petting encompasses anything from dating, relationships, sex, making out, anything like that. Do you have any amusing stories about heavy petting that you could share with us?
Amusing stories about heavy petting. I have a couple. Heavy petting stories. Um, I have I have the one where I was caught on a balcony there when a place that I used to live in with a girl, and and the way I was caught, they were arresting two ladies down the street from me. These two old Russian women were this is a weird story. So I was caught, but I wasn't caught. It wasn't like people were like, oh, look at that guy. It was just like all of a sudden there was a bunch of cop cars around, and we thought they were for us, but they weren't. They were arresting the ladies down the street that were they were insuring homeless guys and then killing them.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So, and we were on the balcony having fun at the time, and then and all of a sudden there was cops. They were like, "Oh," and helicopters and stuff. I was like, "Oh, I think this is a little overkill for what we were doing."
Oh, that's funny.
And then my other thing involves
Well,
my
wait,
wife.
I want to know, did you finish?
No. I fell out. I will say that I went back to normal size very quickly. Like somebody put a cold spoon right on my penis.
Okay.
Yeah. I was on the third floor, and there were like there were two buildings down in Hollywood. It was pretty funny. Then it was on the news and stuff. I was like, oh God, hopefully we don't get on the news. Like, I finally get some TV time, and it's not the TV time I want. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the other story I could tell you about. So I used to hang out with this crazy girl. Like we did a lot of things together, and she she molded my penis. She did a mold of my penis, and uh, I can't remember because I've blanked it out a little bit. I can't. So my wife and I became a couple fairly quickly. Like we met, and then there was nothing, and then all of a sudden we were like instantly around each other the whole time. But when she moved into my place, she just found all this stuff, and they were like what the hell? Like so, as she found the mold. This crazy. She was like, "That's not a very good likeness." Blah blah blah, and it was just, yeah, it was funny. She's like, "It seems cut in half."
So how do they do it? Is it like what is it? Some kind of plasticky? It's
Yeah.
not like clay or anything like that.
Well, it was kind of like first you put a like it was a tube, and it was filled with plaster of Paris.
Oh, and then you put
And that you stayed in that for a while and then you poured the stuff in, and then yeah. So
how long does it take?
It takes about 20 minutes.
You have to keep hard that whole time?
Yeah, it was tough. I remember being kind of embarrassed that I had to grow back up again.
That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. I would not suggest it for people over 40. So
All right.
or at least take a pill before you do it.
Yeah.
It's a way better blood pressure test.
It's true. It's true.
I'm one of those people too. I don't know if when you get your blood pressure taken, I'm one of those people that I have white coat hypertension.
Oh yeah.
So I freak out completely, and it takes about 3 or 4 times to get my blood pressure to normal, where they're fine with it. I have no idea what's going on. I just think they're going to tell me I'm dying every time I get my blood pressure taken. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Seems as though an asteroid's headed towards you because of your blood pressure.
What's the best compliment anyone's ever given you on your naked body?
You have nice legs. That's, I don't think I've ever had a compliment. I don't know.
Oh, sure you have.
I'm sure it was I thought you'd be harder to get off me. I used to play with this game with my girlfriend. I used to play Heart Attack. Where if I have a heart attack, you gotta get me up. So I would just lie on top of her, and then she'd have to get up. That was funny. That was bad. I think I did that with my wife as well. So just in case my wife is like, you only did. I thought you only did that with me.
Oh, funny.
She's one of those people too. She's like, I pretend you were. She get mad at me when she finds out I did things. I pretend you were a virgin before you met me, and I'm like, well, I know you were really slutty before you met me, so we kind of swapped it around there, girl.
Yeah, my husband prefers to think I'm a virgin, even though I had 2 kids before I met him. Whatever.
That's the best. He's just
Yeah.
married. He married the mother of God.
Yeah. It's miracles.
How did you meet your husband?
Karaoke.
Oh my God.
How'd you meet yours? Wife.
Oh, mine's very interesting. So I did a movie about a chimpanzee that played hockey. And I worked on the movie with a guy, and we became acquaintances. And my wife says we were friends, but I don't think we were acquaintances. And we were I was doing a show in Hollywood one night, and he called me up. And he said, "Hey, do you mind if I bring some friends to see you?" And I was like, "Sure." So they came along, and he brought along my wife on a date. And when I met her, I knew that I was going to marry her. That's an honest to God true story. So we're no longer friends, even though he's married to somebody else and should have got over it. And they were broken up for like they went out a couple times and broke up, and they were long gone before I even got a chance. And this is how it happened. So my wife is from Virginia, and I was going to the Richmond Funny Bone, and her sister lived there. And she said, would I be able to get my sister some tickets? And I said, yes. And that's how I got her number. But it wasn't for bad reasons at all. I got her sister tickets. And her sister says the tickets were under her sister's name, my wife's name, Carrie Ann, and they were under Bagg. They were called Carrie Ann Bagg. So she's like, I did that.
Oh.
I was like, I don't remember doing that.
That's sweet, though.
It was sweet, but weird.
All right, so okay, except for this, this doesn't count. I know this is just wonderful for you. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
The best thing that happened to me today, this is absolutely the camera. The fact that I was very upset that the camera wasn't working at the beginning. Because I do a podcast and I do it at a certain time, and I was just like, I hate doing. So I hate doing that. I love being on podcasts, and when you talk about my dogs, it makes me happy. But other than that, I had a meeting with a company that's going to put my podcast, game show, talk show on their platform. So it's going to be on
nice. Around the Bag.
Around the Bag. It's going to be on social.tv. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's a cannabis lifestyle channel, and they're going to put me on there, even though I don't even smoke pot. But hopefully I'll get I'll pick it up. You know what I mean? I'll pick it up.
Hey, why not? Start a new hobby.
Why not?
That's good. I'm glad, because like I said, I've been watching that, and I even have Facebook friends that when they found out you were coming on, were like, "Oh, that Around the Bag has gotten me through this pandemic." So
that's nice.
So people are talking about it and watching it. It's fun.
You should be a guest. Would you like to be a guest sometime?
I would love to, of course.
Let's work that out. Let's get you on as a guest. I'd love to have you.
All right. So if people want to find you, why don't you give them all your places that you can be found?
I can be found at ianbagg.com, but you can find me on Instagram, Ian Bagg. You can find me on YouTube, Ian Bagg Comedy Channel, which is the biggest thing I'm trying to build. That's what I've been really focusing on during this pandemic, is trying to build up my YouTube. So if you enjoyed me at all, please follow me on YouTube. But you can follow me at Twitter. I have a Twitter. I started a new Twitter today. You might like this one. So I'm doing Moose Knuckle Monday. So what I'm going to be doing is putting 4 or 5 moose knuckles up, and then pictures of people that they own them,
So
and you have to
match
figure out.
match it.
Yeah, you have to match the moose knuckles to the people, and then the rest of the week I'm just going to put up funny moose knuckles. And for those people that don't know what moose knuckles are, those are camel toes. So, but there's no K or C in the days of the week, so I had to go with moose knuckle Monday. Moose knuckle Monday.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds.
So I got that on Twitter if you want to follow that, and it's just stupid. And then I'm starting the Ian Bagg show back up, and I'm also in the new year, and I'm also doing Ian Bagg bought a house again. So I'll be doing that because we've been doing work on the house. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys all heard that. So you're all gonna, as soon as we're done here, go to YouTube and subscribe to his channel first.
Please do,
first
and comment. Please comment. It means a lot when you guys comment, and I respond to all comments, even the dickheads. I have a tendency to take myself into the ditch and spin myself out. Don't be a dickhead. So
there you go. Have you gotten on the TikTok bandwagon yet?
Sister, I don't. Do you like it?
Well, I just sit there every day and go like, what can I do to get famous? Like, I don't even know. I don't like it, but I don't know how to do it.
But I don't. I like it's so creepy to me. It's like it's either angry men or girls that are just about to begin stripping, and also it seems to be a lot of lip syncing. A lot of lip syncing.
There's a lot of that. It goes somehow by what they think you're gonna like. So apparently I'm a lesbian, first of all. I didn't know that, but TikTok told me that I was. So
well, good for you.
And I get a lot of fat girl stuff, because I always like the fat girls if they're out there dancing. I appreciate that because they're representing.
Representing.
Yeah, they're representing, and then Rosie O'Donnell has come in and just taken the whole place over.
What has she done to it? Tell me.
She's on there like 10, 20 times a day and doing nothing really. And then she does this thing where she goes, TikTok, you don't stop. And then she always says that now, like she invented her own little saying for TikTok. And every time she says it, my husband gets mad. I'll hear him from the other room. I didn't need to hear that.
Shut it, Rosie. Shut your trap, Rosie.
No, but it's she's taken over and like she's she's following just normal people. So like people that aren't famous at all are like, oh my God, Rosie O'Donnell's following me, and she's just really just stirred it up. So I guess so. You might want to check it out a little bit.
I don't know. When I watch it, I was like, I can see how the Chinese own this. As soon as I watched it, because it made no sense at all. Just like, what's going on here? This is not what the Chinese invented. There is no math on this website at all.
Oh well, gosh, I'm so glad that we got your camera to work. You got your camera to work. I'm really thrilled that you're here. This is like you've upped my street cred, so I owe you right now. Yeah.
I love that. I love that I got to show my dogs off. I think they're cute little dogs that need to be seen by people, and
they do.
It's funny getting Lou to look at the camera. Like he knows. Like Pearl knows as well. I don't know if you noticed. She was just like,
oh, she was posing.
Yeah, like, and then Lou's like, I don't. You're trying to steal my soul with that thing right there, and he's trying to get away from it the whole time. But yeah, they're good looking dogs and very different. Like Pearl can be kidnapped, no problem. No problem, could be kidnapped. Lou, on the other hand, he'd be like, I don't know if I want to get in that car. I don't know if we need to be friends. He's very emo. I'm just going to sit over here and just look at the wall and dance. And then, yeah. So, are your dogs the same way?
One dog hates everybody.
Love it. Always.
Everybody. One of the Chihuahuas, of course.
Of course.
The other one, the other Chihuahua she'll be 20 this coming year. So she can't see worth shit, or we had to go have all our teeth pulled out so her tongue's always hanging out.
I love it.
And she just follows me around like trying to figure out where I am. And if you call her, you say, Paris, she looks in the opposite direction. So, she loves her people. So we're just keeping her happy until it's over, And then the other one, the big one, he just is, what are we doing next? So
right, we got to do something. Pearl also do this thing where she'll just look this way, even though all the action's happening over here. She'll look straight and concentrate on the action over there. I don't know if your dogs do that. It's just like,
well, if one of them's in trouble,
Oh,
Do they do that? Like, if who did this? Like, who pooped on the floor? You can always tell because it's the one that's going.
looking away. No, that that's funny. Looking away. No, Pearl just stares straight and just like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm looking this way, but I'm on to you guys. I know what you're doing over there, like that kind of thing. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, dogs are great. They really are the best.
Please adopt them. Please. I like some lady told me the other day she wanted to know about Pearl if I had adopted Pearl, and I said no, I got her from a breeder, and she said you should only adopt, and she was like, that attitude. But she had kids with her, so I asked her where she got her kids from. I said, did you breed those? There's a lot of kids out there that need houses. You might want to just adopt.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I know you got a show that you got to go to.
Not really, but okay. We're off this week.
Oh, you're off?
Yeah.
No, well, it didn't say it on your website when I looked the other day.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, you might want to check me if you're supposed to be somewhere and you don't know.
My website's a mess.
All right, well, let's just stay here for another. No, I'm just kidding. All right, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me on Heavy Petting. I hope to see you all soon, and I hope let's get you on the show, and I look forward to seeing you back up. And hey, do you do Dave's Club up in Seattle as well?
No, but I've seen you. I've paid to see you there.
Why don't you get on that show with me next time or so? I'll get you on that. I'll get you on that one.
All right.
Make it happen.
All right, we will. All right.
All right, you dick.
Thank you.
Take care, dogs.
All right. I don't know what to stop first. Do I stop? I'll just stop the meeting. Bye.
Okay, bye.
What's on her mind? She's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl in a skinny woman's world. Now she's a big, big girl. Big, big girl.